Hello, Magic fans. So welcome back to another or my second Innistrad Midnight Hunt set booster unboxing. So let's get into it and see what we get from this box. First mythic for the box, Sigarda, Champion of Light. It's a 1 green white for a 4/4 legendary angel. It has flying and trample. Humans you control get +1/+1, and it has Coven. So whenever Sigarda attacks, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You will reveal a human creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. And our first list card is Stitcher Supplier. This is our first signed art card, I think. Or I probably wasn't paying attention from the first box we opened. First rare for the box, Tharith the Viper's Fang. Brutal Cathar is our rare. So Lunar Veteran, it's a 1 white for a 1/1 human cleric. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. So it's like a Soul Sister, but of course it only refers to creatures entering your side of the battlefield. It does have Disturb for 1 and a white, which is the other mechanic in this set, similar to Flashback, meaning you can cast a card from your graveyard, so it becomes Luminous Phantom. It's a 1/1 spirit cleric that has flying, and the same ability whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield. When it leaves the battlefield this time, you gain 1 life, and then if it would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, you have to exile it instead. Visions of Glory is our first rare from the Commander decks. Haunted Ridge is our first dual land. It's the Rakdos one. Death Bonded Sprout. Florian Voldaren Scion is our rare. Pithing Needle is our rare. the foil Field of Ruin. I actually didn't know that Pithing Needle was in this set. But I like that it was reprinted. So Pithing Needle is a one colorless artifact. As Pithing Needle enters the battlefield, you choose a card name. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Overgrown Farmland is our rare, second dual for the box. We get our extended art, Overgrown Farmland. And Ghoul Colors Harvest as our rare. Ludovic Necrogenius is our rare, and we get a foil Pithing Needle for this box. A Traverse the Outlands for our list card. It's 4 and a green for a sorcery. You search your library for up to X basic land cards, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control, and then you put those cards onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. It's probably going to be a good card for a landfall type of deck. If you're playing with, you know, big creatures, usually like Zendikar. Curse of Silence is our rare. Second pile of packs now. Sigarda's Savior is our second mythic for the box, and then we get another. We also got a Rem Carolus showcase in, you know, our first box as a rare. So this was the card I wanted to mention from my last video. It's Corpse Cobble. It's blue and black for an instant. As an additional cost to cast the spell, you sacrifice any number of creatures, and then you create an XX blue and black zombie creature token with Menace, where X is the total power of your sacrificed creatures, and it has flashback. So it's good for those decayed zombies, and then you get to make a much bigger creature. If you have, you know, creatures that are probably going to be killed because of all of the removal spells, then it's a good way to have a creature from that exchange. So here is the normal version of Rem Carolus, and this card is Panglacial Worm. Memory Deluge is our rare. Storm the Festival. Siphon Insight is actually one of the cards that I'm really interested in this set. So it's blue and a black for an instant. Look at the top 2 cards of target opponent's library. You exile one of them face down and put the other on the bottom of that library. You may look at and play the exiled card for as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast that spell, and it has flashback. So I think it's going to have a lot of different uses, both in constructed and maybe commander. So if in commander, if you know that your opponent has tutored for something good, then you can steal that card. At the same time, I was able to use it a couple of times playing some limited, and I don't know if I was just lucky or what. So at the minimum, maybe you can steal a couple of lands if you're short on lands. So like maybe turn 2, if you see that you don't have any more basics to play, you can use it on your opponent, probably get a land, and maybe even later. So a few times I was able to get some of my opponent's removal and was able to win because of that. So I think it's a pretty good card, both in limited and constructed. It's not game breaking. I think it's a fair card, but I think it has a lot of different uses depending on the situation. Visions of Dominance from the commander sets. And our rare is Malevolent Hermit. Transforms into Benevolent Geist. And our list card is Tortured Existence. It's an enchantment for a black, and you pay black, choose and discard a creature card, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Eloise Nephalia Sleuth from Mythic from the Commander decks. And Grafted Identity is our rare. So our rare is Slaughter Specialist. So it's a 1 and a black for a 3/3 vampire warrior. When Slaughter Specialist enters the battlefield, each opponent creates a 1/1 white human creature token. And whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you put a 1/1 counter on Slaughter Specialist. So I think it's a pretty good card for limited in this set, especially because of the amount of removal in the set. So it can get pretty big and difficult to handle. Of course, because of the amount of removal, then opponents are going to be able to remove it somehow. But you can, depending on situation, it is very good. It's not bad for having a 3/3 on turn 2. So get Smoldering Egg as our rare, and then Resurrection as the card from the list. The last pack from our second pile. Falconrut Pitfighter is our rare for this pack. Burn It Cursed. So last pile. So far only 2 mythics in this box. I'm hoping to get a bit more than 2, obviously, but we'll see what we get. Croaking Counterpart is our rare. Snarling Wolf, and look, nice, we get a Dryad Arbor as our list card. Okay, so the one with the Planeswalker symbol, foil planes. We get Gisa Glorious Resurrector as our rare in a showcase frame. And then Curse of the Leeches as the main rare for the pack. Visions of Duplicity from the Commander sets. Shipwreck Marsh as our dual land. Teferi Emblem. I don't think I saw a Ren emblem yet. Celestis is our rare. So last 6 packs, and so far only 2 mythics for the box. Vadric Astral Archmage is our rare, and we get a foil Rockfall Veil duel. And our list card is from AFR, Direwolf Prowler in the showcase frame. Burn the House Down is our rare. So last 4 packs. Things aren't looking very good for this box at all. Oof. Bloodline Culling is our rare. Leonore Autumn Sovereign from the Commander sets. Our rare is Rite of Harmony. And we get Swiftfoot Boots from the list. Curse of Obsession from the Commander decks. Arlen, the Pax Hope as our 3rd mythic. So Arlen is a 2 red and green for a 4 loyalty planeswalker that's daybound. It's +1 ability. Until end of turn, you may cast creature spells as though they had flash. And each creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. And -3 is you create a 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. So transform it. +2 is you add red and a green to your mana pool. And 0 until end of turn, Arlen, the Moon's Fury, becomes a 5/5 werewolf creature with trample, indestructible, and haste. And then our last pack for this box. Willow Geist is our rare. And that's it. So quick recap. This box, 3 mythics. Sigarda, Sigardan Savior, and Arlen Pax Hope. We got, and I think we get an additional 2 mythics from the Commander decks. And then 32 rares plus 4 rares, so 36 rares, including from the commander slot. And then from our list cards, we get Swiftfoot Boots, Dryad Arbor. Yeah, I think those are what we get. So thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know if you have any comments or suggestions for upcoming videos or reviews. And hope you have a good one. Bye.